Hi, this is Top 10 Arena, and today in this video we are going to show you the top 10 most powerful air forces in the world. We have gathered data from air forces around the world to find out the top 10 most strongest air forces in the world. Our list takes accounts into different factors including aircrafts in their possession, advanced technologies implemented, power and size of the Air Force. Number 10. German Air Force. German Air Force was established in 1935. After violating the Treaty of Versailles, German Air Force is the third largest within the European Union. In the modern era, the United States government still lends nuclear weapons to German Air Force under the NATO Nuclear Sharing Agreement. German Air Force has around 27,000 active personnel and approximately have 701 total manned aircrafts, of which over 137 are multi-role fighter jets and around 56 are attack helicopters. The main fighter jets of German Air Force include 141 Eurofighter Typhoon and 60 Tornado IDS in the inventory. Number 9. Japanese Air Force. Japan did not have a separate air force before and during World War II. Aviation operations were carried out by the Imperial Japanese Army Air Service and Japanese Navy Air Service. On July 1st, 1954, the Japan Air Self-Defense Force was established as a new branch of Japan's self-defense forces. Japanese Air Force has around 50,000 active personnel and approximately have 1,480 total manned aircrafts, of which over 250 are multi-role fighter jets and around 120 are attack helicopters. The main fighter jets of Japanese Air Force include 12 stealth F-35 Lightning II, total of 147 on order, 155 F-15 Eagle, and 62 Mitsubishi F-2, which is based on F-16 Fighting Falcon. Number 8. South Korean Air Force. South Korean Air Force currently has around 65,000 active Air Force personnel and approximately 1,580 total manned aircraft, of which over 402 are multi-role fighter jets and around 110 are attacked helicopters. The main fighter jets of South Korean Air Force include 13 stealth F-35 Lightning II, total of 60 on order, 167 F-16 Fighting Falcon, 59 F-15E, 60 Kai T-20 Light, and 100 plus outdated yet capable Northrop F-5. Number 7. French Air Force. In the post-World War II era, the French made a successful effort to develop a domestic aircraft industry. The Mirage demonstrated its abilities in the Gulf War, becoming one of the most popular jet fighters on its day, with a high quality of performance in the battlefield. French Air Force has around 41,000 active personnel and approximately 1,060 total manned aircraft, of which almost 270 are multi-role fighter jets and over 70 are helicopters. The main fighter jets of French Air Force include 117 Dassault Mirage 2000 and 108 Dassault Rafale. Number 6. United Kingdom's Royal Air Force. The United Kingdom's Royal Air Force displayed its powers in the World War II, and since then, they have been more focused on increasing their fleet and improving their skills, which is why they features in the list. Royal Air Force has around 33,000 active personnel and currently have 738 total manned aircraft, of which over 120 are multi-role fighter jets and around 40 are attacked helicopters. The main fighter jets of Royal Air Force include 18 stealth F-35 Lightning II in active service, total of 135 to be produced in coming years. Eurofighter Typhoon, total of 142 in active service. Number 5. Israeli Air Force. Israeli Air Force is a small in size yet fatal in numbers. The Israeli Air Force is one of the most powerful air force in the world. Israeli Air Force has around 34,000 active personnel and currently have 600 total manned aircrafts, of which over 240 are multi-role fighter jets and almost 50 are attacked helicopters. The main fighter jets of Israeli Air Force include 117 stealth F-35 Lightning II. Currently 22 plus is in service, total 15 on order. 58 F-15 Eagle. It is among the most modern fighter jets, over 100 victories and no aerial losses in combat, with the majority of the kills by the Israeli Air Force, and 224 F-16 in active service. Indian Air Force. Most of the equipment in the Indian Air Force is imported, and its strong bilateral ties with Russia ensures its military equipment is always up to date. India has already built a fourth-generation fighter on its own soil and is working on the fifth generation in collaboration with Russia. Indian Air Force has around 140,000 currently active personnel and approximately have 2,100 total manned aircraft, of which over 540 are multi-role fighter jets and around 50 are attacked helicopters. The main fighter jets of Indian Air Force include 260 Su-30 MKI in active service, on order 66 MiG-29, 41 Mirage 2000s, and 18 Tejas currently in active service. Number 3. Chinese Air Force. Chinese is one of the largest air force and currently has 398,000 active personnel and currently have 3,000 plus total manned aircrafts, of which over 1,200 are multi-role fighter jets and around 330 are helicopters. The main fighter jets Chinese Air Force currently has 20 plus stealth J-20 fighters, 24 Su-35, 76 Su-30 MKK, 130 plus Shenzhen J-16, over 300 plus Shenzhen J-11, which is the licensed variant of Su-27, 500 plus Chengdu J-10, and 75 Su-27. Number 2. Russian Air Force. The Russian Air Force currently has around 148,000 active Air Force personnel and has around 4,100 total manned aircrafts, of which over 790 are multi-role fighter jets and around 540 are helicopters. Its most advanced multi-role fighters include Stealth Su-57 serial production on progress and total of 76 on order for Russian Air Force, 88 Su-35 in active service, which is one of the best fighter jets, 112 Su-30 in active service, only 2 MiG-35 in active service for now, but mass production in progress. Its old yet good capable fighter jets are Su-27, total of 192, total of 192 in active service, around 120 MiG-29, and around 135 MiG-31 in active service. At number 1, we have United States Air Force. US Air Force currently has around 320,000 active personnel and has over 5,200 total manned aircrafts and around 5,600 aircrafts including UAVs, and total numbers and of aircrafts is around 13,000. The United States Air Force has a budget of around 165 billion US dollars, which is nearly to the sum of the last countries in the list. Out of 5,200, 1,950 are the multi-role fighter jets and 904 are helicopters. Now, let's take a look at multi-role fighters in detail. The US Air Force has 195 stealth F-22 Raptor, which is considered to be the best multi-fighter jet in the world. 200 plus stealth F-35 Lightning II, and more to be produced in the coming years. The US Air Force has around 900 plus F-16 fighters, around 230 F-15 Eagle, and 218 F-15 Strike Eagle in its inventory. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, kindly press the subscribe button and bell icon for latest updates.